What is going on, my Lombard warriors? It is I, Lombard King, coming at you with the first of hopefully many episodes of this playthrough. Today we're going to be doing just a few missions, a few of the first missions, just to get you started, and we're of course going to let you see the opening cinematic, which is pretty amazing for this game. I really enjoy this game and everything about this game series in total. I'm not quite sure how much I will do of this series, as there is Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, True Vault Hunter mode, just the normal playthrough if I'll just beat it once, or maybe if you guys want to see me do True Vault Hunter mode, and just keep going and get my character max level with a bunch of awesome legendary weapons and just make the game super fun. We'll see how it works out, how you guys enjoy the series. Just let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the first episode. Today's episode is going to be a little bit longer as the opening cinematic, and most playthroughs have a little bit of extra length on the first episode, so don't be expecting them to be as long as this one is, so you can just get grounded in the game, see how it works and how fun it is and everything. Probably one of the best things about the Borderlands series itself is all the different playable characters and how different the game can feel and the gameplay can be with the different playable characters. There's 4 in the original game, there's usually a little bit more in each other game. But I just want to know, maybe in the comments below, after this series is over, if you want me to do another playthrough of it with a different character, or if you just wanted to see the one playthrough and maybe let me go on to a different game, like maybe Borderlands 2, the pre-sequel, or something like that. Of course, I picked Mordecai the Hunter, as he's always been my favorite character in Borderlands 1. Just hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Tell me what you think of it. Maybe if you want to see a different character, like I've never played Borderlands 1 really with the Roland. He's probably my least favorite character in Borderlands 1. But if you want to see maybe one with Roland, Brick, or Lilith, just let me know in the comments down below later on.
I'll contact you again soon.
But of course, we'll leave that discussion for another time. Right now, we'll just focus on the task at hand, which is doing the first story mission, of course.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye. I'm sure we'll be doing this all again soon enough. Get off my bus.
And of course, after we get off the bus, it's the introduction to everyone's favorite character from the Borderlands series. Don't let other people persuade you otherwise. Everybody really enjoys Claptrap, as he's actually one of my favorite characters. He's a playable character in the pre-sequel, and I usually always use him in the pre-sequel because, you know, Claptrap's amazing. Claptrap in every game minus the pre-sequel has acted sort of as a character that helps you with the tutorial and teaches you about the game, which is always pretty fun, especially since he's an amazing character. Right now he's giving me my heads-up display so that I can see my mini-map, my health, my shields when I get it, my ammo weapon type, and how much ammo I have, of course. Each of the playable characters comes with their own starting weapon. Mordecai, since he's the hunter, comes with a sniper. Brick comes with a shotgun. Roland comes with an assault rifle. And Lilith comes with an SMG, of course, since that's their primary weapon type, and that's what they're actually the best with. They usually always have a secondary weapon that they're good with as well, like Mordecai's good with pistols and sniper rifles. He does more damage, basically, than the others do, of course. Right up here on this roof is where you can find your first chest to give you loot. It's not exactly shown to you, and it usually has leveled loot so that you can't use it right off the bat. You need to be at least level 4 to use that loot, but it's a good way either to find really good loot that's above your level for when you get to that level, or, you know, I'm obsessed with money in this game. Like, I just need to have as much money as I can just in case a legendary weapon appears in the shop. Of course, I just need to have it. That's why whatever game I'm playing, no matter what it is, if there's something that's rarer to get than an easily obtainable weapon, even if it takes time to get. I like to hunt and farm for the rarer items or whatever the rare thing is. This is the new use station. You can change the color of your clothing, and since this is the Game of the Year edition, you can change the head of the character, which you couldn't do in the original. Of course, I'm going to go with my two favorite colors, red and black. And basically, I'm going to change the head as well to bright-eyed because that looks pretty interesting. All of them look interesting on Mordecai, but I especially like bright-eyed. I mean, maybe they're listening later on. Who knows? If you enjoy their listening, I could put that on my head later on if you guys wanted me to do that. But basically, with the new use station, if I die and can't get my second wind for a cost of money, I will be respawned there. But the more money you have, the more money it costs to respawn. And of course, there's multiple different new use stations littered throughout the entire world of the Borderlands games, so that you don't respawn all the way back here every time you die, like you might play in different levels. Like in Skag Gully, there's one at the beginning that is sort of like the load point, and when you make your way through, occasionally you'll come across one of them in case you die, so you don't have to run through the entire level again. Which that would be quite annoying if you had to. A lot of the weapons in the original game shoot quite slow comparatively to the other games. A few shoot pretty fast, but this sniper rifle shoots actually very slow. It's like a pump action sniper rifle. And my aim's not the greatest right now, so you're about to see my first taste of combat in this playthrough. And as you can see, I haven't played the game in quite some time, so I am missing almost every shot. But luckily, I am pretty accurate with my melees. This game starts off pretty slow, but gets way better as you go on. Faster shooting weapons, higher damage weapons, higher level enemies and everything. But since I've played this game a lot and really enjoy it, I basically am going to be speedrunning this beginning of this game. As you could see a second ago, I got hit by a barrel that exploded. There's different elemental barrels, and they do a lot of damage when they explode, but you can also use them against enemies, of course. Right now I'm looking for the better pistol to use, better fire rate, better damage, better reload speeds and everything. And just because the damage on the other one isn't as good, the fire rate is way better, so I'm actually going to switch to that in just a second. The DPS on weapons is usually what I go for. I'd rather have a faster fire rate that has a little bit lower damage, or sometimes quite a lot lower damage, but it has more fire rate, which means it can blast out more bullets, so basically it actually does more damage in the long run than all-out damage right at the start. So basically right now we're just going to follow Claptrap to Firestone, where we can save the apparent residents, but there's only really one resident, Dr. Zed. So we're going to go save him, and he's going to be able to sell us some shields later on. Going to give us a lot of the missions right off the bat. And this game is very much mission-based. There's a lot of story missions, but a lot of the side missions give you extra experience points, money. Some even give you unique weapons that you can't get otherwise that are actually pretty overpowered. So that's always nice. And of course, the more level up you get, the easier the game will be. But there's also some points in the game where it drastically boosts from previous story mission, the level that you should be to complete it, and if you're not a high enough level, then it'll be very difficult, if not impossible, to complete it until you level up further to boost your damage, health, and everything like that, and skill points, of course. And of course, each of the 4 playable characters will have a different action skill that they use. Mordecai throws out his pet bird, Bloodwing, but you can use your action skill starting at level 5. Now that we've cleared out the town, it's time to go and visit Doctors.
Attention, citizen of Firestone! There is no cause for alarm! This new visitor has resolved the problem.
I've always found that just this time of waiting just to visit Dr. Zed has always been such a long time. Probably also because they try to teach you about waypoints and stuff, about your missions and stuff. But even so, I mean, it's just such a long time just to meet a character, but whatever.
Now that you've selected a mission, you will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display. That's a waypoint. The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
We all know about waypoints, Claptrap. This is not my first ever rodeo. Favorite part about meeting Dr. Zed in both Borderlands 1 and 2 is he always has such an over-the-top entrance. It's hilarious. Now it's time to go adventuring in this vast world and kill some skags and kill some bandits. Should be fun. Let's do it. Like I've said, I've played this game many times before and know exactly what's happening. Should be fun. Should be interesting. Of course, apparently I'm getting on 9 toes. Nerves, but I'm gonna kill him soon anyway, who cares? Most of the people that don't like this game don't like that it looks so cartoony and the interesting graphics. I find that that just makes it so much better. If it was more realistic, I mean like robots, bandits, skags, it would be a little bit weird if it had more realistic graphics. I think the graphics is what really puts it apart. And of course, I know exactly what we need to do next. We need to go get that
Would you kindly give him
toolbox to fix up Claptrap. I'm already there waiting for it because, like I've said, I've played this game many times. It's very fun, very interesting, and it's just awesome. I really love this game. I wouldn't mind doing another walkthrough of it maybe next time. Who knows? After I'm done this one, maybe I can go over to the second game, maybe third game, maybe the pre-sequel. I don't know, but whatever happens, happens, I guess. A lot of the missions in this game basically just have some killing stuff, which is always an interesting time. Right here I know that if you just look inside that hole, even though they haven't spawned yet, a lot of times you can just still do damage to them and kill them before they pop up, because you know they're coming out of it. So, that one spawned to the side though, which is weird. I'm getting pretty close to level 5 too, 2 more level ups and I'll be able to use my favorite action skill of the entire Borderlands series, Bloodwing, because that's absolutely amazing. We'll turn this quest in, then we'll go do that other quest he's about to give me about going and getting a shield. Then we should be able to meet TK Baja. You'll see him in just a bit.
Just tell me if you need me. Well, that should cover it, kid.
Like I've said many times already in this one video and in the last few minutes, I've played this game many times, so I know exactly what I'm doing. So I'm basically just going to speedrun the beginning of it and get into the more interesting parts where you get more enemies, awesome loot. It just gets way fun later on in the game as well. But I can't wait for the action skill too, because Bloodwing is absolutely amazing. I'm sorry about how cringy this commentary is, but as I get doing it more, I'll probably get better at it, obviously, because, I mean, like, at the moment, I'm really good at playing video games. I just usually am just doing it by myself, not really doing commentaries. Should be interesting later on when I get better at it.
I keep the medical equipment.
Now it's time to buy our first shield. Unfortunately, at the moment, there's none that give health regeneration, but later on in the game, like maybe a few levels in, I'll be able to find a shield that has very low health regeneration. In these kinds of games, I'm all about health regeneration, you know, like getting into the fight, having a decent amount of shield, having a decent amount of health, but when I lose it, I'll be able to regenerate it faster because my health regeneration on my shield. There's no passive health regeneration in this game, so having it as a skill or on your shield is definitely what you gotta do, because you don't want to be running around with like 50 health and like 150 shield. You want to be having like 200 health and 150 shield. Makes it way easier, of course. It's time to start killing some bandits for this quest. I gotta kill 8 bandits. So, as Salvador from Borderlands 2 always says, it's always fun killing bad guys. Sorry for how long the first video has been. I'll try to shorten my videos up for the remainder of the playthrough. Sorry for the cringe-worthy commentary as well. As I get doing it, I'll get better at it and everything. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.